Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lydia, also known as the Pup. And if you are living in the United States right now, you probably might have checked Google Maps recently. By recently, I mean probably in between now and the time of the inauguration. If you had a curiosity to check to see what the Gulf is looking like right now, the Gulf of Mexico, you probably noticed that it's probably not the Gulf of Mexico right now. You've probably noticed that it's now been renamed the Gulf of America, which I do believe was something that Trump said he was going to do, get the Gulf of Mexico renamed to Gulf of America. Now, I think a lot of us know why that is that he did so, but, logically, calling it the Gulf of America doesn't really make sense to me, because if you were to take a pretty good look at the Gulf, you would notice that Mexico probably surrounds the Gulf more than the States. Because if you looked on Google Maps and checked the Gulf, you would see that the whole eastern part of Mexico basically almost covers the Gulf or surrounds the Gulf. Like the very east coast, all around to the southern part of the Yucatan Peninsula. And the States, only the southernmost part of the United States covers or surrounds the Gulf, which is Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Florida. That's a very small portion of the states compared to Mexico. So, really logically renaming the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America doesn't make sense to me. Now, if we want it to be a little more accurate, why not just call it the Gulf of North America? I know when people say North America, let's be honest, they just mean the United States and Canada. But Mexico is part of North America. It's part of the North American continent. But also, if you do think about it, Canada is nowhere near the Gulf. So that wouldn't make too much sense either. My fiance, when he saw this, he thinks that maybe we should just call it the Gulf and leave it at that. But it doesn't make much sense to me to call the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America when Mexico surrounds the Gulf a lot more than the States. Now, I do think there might be a more insidious reasoning behind it. Part of me speculates that renaming the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America might be Trump's way of trying to expand jurisdiction for the United States government. Admittedly, that might be a little bit reaching, but again, we are in uncharted waters right now with this administration, and at this point, stranger things have been happening. And that's really all I wanted to say. So if you liked what I have to say, like and subscribe. I plan to make a few more videos in the future. So, enjoy the rest of your day.